My name is Javonte Baldeo, and I will be starting off the presentation for Byte Bros. So for our project, we were tasked with doing research for a children's reading tutor application. And our problem statement, in Trinidad and Tobago, a great number of children struggle with learning to read. And these challenges consist of blending sounds, constructing words, as well as reading and understanding. The existing structure of the school system does not allow for focus on children who are learning to read at different paces. Consequently, literacy problems that start at a young age can lead to students struggling in all other academic areas. While teachers play a critical role, the demand for individualized attention surpasses the capacity of most educators in a classroom. Parents may not have adequate time, knowledge, or resources to properly assist their children at home. This encourages the need for engaging, accessible, and scalable solutions to provide reading, instruction, and personalized support for children. So the methodology we chose for collecting our data was a questionnaire, interview, focus group, and observation. So for the questionnaire, our first question, it was distributed to 7 teachers via Google Forms to gather information on the issues they experience and the techniques they use to mitigate those difficulties. The study aimed to determine how interested teachers would be in utilizing a reading tutor application. The majority of questionnaires have been designed to provide detailed responses, and the Google form consisted of 12 questions. So, for the interview, we had it done for question 2, and we interviewed 2 teachers with 20 plus years of experience. One of those teachers teaches in primary school in South, and the other one teaches at a primary school in Port of Spain. And both of them had experience teaching younger students from first year to all the way up to standard 1, and sometimes older children. The teacher at the school in South is currently an acting principal, and the responses from the interview were very detailed and contain relevant information towards the research question. For the focus group, this was conducted to gather relevant information. The group consisted of the same 7 teachers we had for the questionnaire, and the experience was from first year to standard 1, and yeah. For the observation, data was collected through observation of a standard 1 class of 20 pupils and 1 teacher. The main purpose of this research method is to allow for the observation to be as natural as possible. Understanding how a student may react through secondhand research alone can make it quite difficult to understand how each individual student may learn when compared to his or her peers. Observation in real time allows for a more in-depth understanding on how each student behaves regarding the reading material. Right, so for the survey, the children encountered all of the concerns listed above, with trouble understanding words and reading too slowly being the most common problems with 30%, and followed by inability to read with emotion and skipping words, and that came up to about 20%. Right, as well as, this is another graph with the common challenges observed. The pie chart illustrates that 27.3% of children struggle with recalling essential aspects from the book, and the other joining at 18.2%. So this was the survey done by, taken from the teachers who taught from from first year to standard 1, and they basically chose the options that they saw that their children mainly struggled with.
Results from interview. From the interview, we learned challenges which may lead to the inability to read, such as poor memory, lack of focus, limited vocabulary, as well as issues outside, such as family matters as well as stress. We also learned effective strategies to overcome these challenges, such as gamification of comprehension and the involvement of parents within students' learning. Amongst these, we also learn various methods which can help us to emphasize the importance of assessing reading levels, such as adaptive methods, and addressing learning disabilities like dyslexia with specialized resources within our UI. Results from focus group. From the focus group, we learned of two barriers. These are technical and financial. Within the technical barriers, not every household of each student will be able to access a device, as well as be able to have internet available at all times. The financial barriers, most of these apps consist of a subscription cost, as well as families may not always be able to afford internet as well as data. Results from observation. From the observation, this first graph shows that most students held the paper close to their face, stuttered, felt frustrated, and were distracted by their surroundings. The highest priority begins stuttering within this graph. As well as between the boys and the girls, a higher performance between the reading fluency as well as comprehension accuracy was more seen with girls compared to the boys. Some insights that we retrieved from our research are challenges in learning, such as common issues include difficulties in comprehension, limited vocabulary, phonic challenges, as well as distractions like stress and frustration. Some more insights we have are barriers to digital learning, such as lack of culturally relevant content accommodating for disabilities like dyslexia, and limited technical skills among parents and teaching hinder effective use of digital tools. Another insight is low-income families face challenges with device access and internet connectivity. Our final set of insights are engagement and instruction. These are gamified lessons with rewards improve student interaction and engagement. Girls demonstrate better comprehension accuracy than boys who struggle with difficult sections, as well as differentiated instructions is vital to support struggling readers. Now, our group may present our demo of our UI.
Good day, my name is Teal Trim and my student ID is 81602422. I will be demonstrating the UI prototype for the COMP3603 project for the group Byte Bros. We have 5 pages to go through: login page, home page, reactivity page, progress tracking page, and settings page. And I'll show you how we intend for the UI to function now. So the app would start you off in a basic login page, and from here teachers, parents could log in, account recovery actions could be done, and children would log in with the red button. Just need a username and a password. Press the login button, and you'll be brought to this sort of home page / dashboard. It would give you information like it'll give you information like a basic rundown of how the child is progressing through learning reading. It'll give you options to continue with reading activities, like continue where you left off. Options to see the rewards page and the progress page. Links to settings, and even the ability to log out and go back to the login page. If you were to say continue, you would end up here in our reading activity page. Just a demonstration of how it would look. It would slowly progress through the words of a sentence, and the page would support things like dictation and read aloud, so that I could read the words out to the students so they could learn how to pronounce the words, and would also be able to listen for them pronouncing the word so you can move on to the next word. If you come back to the dashboard, we have a settings page, primarily intended for use by parents and teachers. Some accessibility settings, parental controls, read aloud dictation settings, account settings, etc. There is also a rewards page where you could track your child's progress, so the child themselves could track their progress. It'll show their achievements, their phonics progression, reading fluency progression, comprehension skills, and their overall progression as well. This dashboard is sort of meant to be like the center of the app where you would navigate to all the other sections. It's a pretty simple design. So thank you for your time.